Hi guys, my name's Gia. I'm a junior at Lehigh, and today we're going to be doing a flower pollination science experiment, but this is going to be a virtual experiment. And I'm doing virtual experiments instead of some of the other ones that people have been posting in the past, because this way of learning, I think you guys are getting really used to, and you can actually learn a little bit more from these experiments than maybe you would from the ones people are doing like in person. I just wanted to try something new this week. So this flower pollination experiment will involve observing the steps of pollination and fertilization in flowering plants. And you actually get to help with many of the parts of the process by actually dragging pollen grains to the different parts of the flower, such as like this stigma, dragging um, like the parts of the petals and where the fruits begin to grow. And then you can actually learn a lot more of the vocabulary and the correct parts of plant structure. Another reason why I chose this experiment is because it's finally starting to get a little bit warmer here in Bethlehem. I live off campus from Lehigh, and this week we're actually supposed to hit 70 degrees. So I know that some of the plants are going to start budding and flowering within the next few weeks. So then you actually get to learn some of the science behind it. So I'm going to pause the video and bring up the virtual experiment. Okay, so this is the virtual experiment. It says to use your mouse to move some pollen grains from one of the anthers to the stigma. So these are the anthers. You could see they're connected with this yellow piece, and they have these like green tops. The yellow things on top of the anther are the pollen, which are pointed to here, and this is the stigma right in the center of the flower. These yellow long pieces are actually the filaments. So it says to drag that over, and you see that the pollen grains stick to the stigma at the top. And you can click on the style, which is this inner piece of the stigma, to watch the growth of pollen tubes from the pollen grains to the ovules. So you can watch it happen. The pollen comes down, and plants actually do have a reproductive system per se. They have sperm cells from the pollen tubes to the ovules, and they come like that. And then after that, that is how the plant is fertilized, and the petals will actually begin to fall off. So if you click on them, they all fall off, and then it's fertilized. It turns into seeds. So the ovary grows into a fruit to surround and protect the seeds within, and then the seeds are spread when the fruit is eaten or digested or also eliminated by animals or whatnot. So fruits actually come from this like flower, which is really cool. So, and then here you have an orange or something, and then whatever fruit that might have grown, and this sepal, I believe that's how you call it. So that's a quick little pollination experiment, but this was self-pollination, so we're going to start over and do cross-pollination. So this is when one flower is actually pollinating another flower or fertilizing another flower. So if you move your mouse to move over some pollen grains from an anther over here to the stigma over here, it's the same thing. It works the same way. So it's just pollen coming from a different flower that's fertilizing it. So we go through the same process. The flower is fertilized, and then you have the flower again, and then all the petals eventually fall off, and it turns into a fruit. So again, the seeds from the fruit are protected within, and then they're spread and will form new plants or new flowers as the seeds within are digested or eaten or eliminated by animals. And that is how it works in an ecosystem. So I hope this was cool. You can take this knowledge throughout the spring as the flowers start blooming, or if you visit like an orchard and see that there's some fruit growing, and you can share this knowledge with family members or friends or even some of your teachers. So thank you guys for watching.